everyone, welcome to the GrandLAN video blog for books that came out on February 10th, 2010. As always, I'm Craig, your host. I've got 7 books to talk about today, 4 from Marvel, 3 from DC. I tried to think about some indie books, but there wasn't really anything that I really wanted to talk about. So, without further ado, as always, as we do often, let's start with Amazing Spider-Man 620. Wow, this Mysterio story arc, 3 issues of just absolute craziness, really screwing with people's minds, really fun stuff. Marcos Martin's art is still like this John Romita Sr. sort of 70s Spidey look, this classic feel. Dan Slott's writing, again, a very classic, a throwback Spidey. So much stuff is happening in each of these last 3 issues of the Mysterio story arc, and it's just so good. I know I say it 3 times a month, 4 times a month, however many times a month that this book comes out. Read this book. Specifically this Mysterio story arc. If you haven't been reading the other ones, you know, hey, I can respect that. It's a strong financial commitment, but the Mysterio story arc, these 3 issues, really, really good. Really fun, classic throwback Spidey. Batman and Robin number 8 came out, and it turns out I waited a couple months and I still don't get Grant Morrison. Okay, you know, I understand the appeal of this, and I can see, you know, Cameron Stewart's art really fits well with the Frank Quitely school of drawing Grant Morrison's stories. But it just didn't do anything for me, you know. It's cool, and I understand why people get it. Still not my bag, but I can respect the fact that it's interesting. It's kind of Grant Morrison's own little spin on Blackest Night, and, you know, what if Batman was alive? Bruce Wayne, that is, you know. And he uses Batwoman. It's really nice to see someone use Batwoman. At first, I kind of felt like I was a little jealous. I was like, that's Greg Rucka's, man. You don't take Greg Rucka's toy and, you know, go into the other room and play with it. But no, I you know, it's good for Batwoman to get seen and to get into books and stop being just this, you know, from 52. Oh, hey, we've got a lipstick lesbian. Hey, look at that. You know. Detective Comics has done leaps and bounds of that, establishing her as a real character, and seeing her appear in other books is really good as well. So, good stuff all around. Even though I personally didn't enjoy it, I feel that it was a solid book. On the other hand, then Hit Monkey came out. Holy crap, this stinks. I mean, ooh, oh man. I'm just going to leave it closed. I was going to open it up there, but Daniel Way, okay, you know, I get it. Somebody was like, what if we took a monkey, put him in a suit, and gave him 2 guns? Now, Daniel Way, you write the story. Why was this originally a digital comic and now being published? Like, nobody's going to buy something that was a digital comic. I don't know if Marvel's figured this out yet, but digital comics reprinted as regular comics just don't sell. The reason they're being digital in the first place is because they obviously don't have the market value to sell. Maybe once this goofball appears in Deadpool, maybe someone will go, hey, I wonder what Hit Monkey is like, and then spend $4 and be disappointed at how terrible this book was. It's really a bad idea, but again, it's kind of in that Deadpool family of bad ideas, because that's how it goes. So, we're done with that one. Human Target number 1 from DC Comics, and you know, when it comes to a TV show or a video game, you know DC Comics has it covered, you know, usually through the Wildstorm imprint. Modern Warfare, Dragon Age, Mass Effect apparently is a hot-selling one. Of course, it's the only video game comic I didn't buy this year for the store. And, of course, that one's the one that's selling really well in the secondary market. Go figure. It's all right. I got Captain America 602's teabag issues going on eBay. Ha-ha, take that. But here's a TV show that is going in the main DC line because it was originally a DC book. Len Wein created the Human Target and writes the first of 2 stories here. Really fun book here. I was very impressed. It's a 6-issue miniseries. It's a $2.99 miniseries. This is fun James Bond-esque spy stuff. You know, here's a character, and they're like, man, this mission is impossible. You surely can't solve it. And he's like, watch me. You know, and just really crazy, cool, fun things. Really fun book, kind of a thrill ride. Again, the throwback writing, it's nice to see some throwback non-decompression writing in comics today where things actually happen, you know, and good use of flashback in this book as well. You know, he'll say, well, that's a funny story. And then you get a couple of pages of flashback. And it just, you know, there's no need to show him telling this story. It's just we know what's going on. The other thing is really there was one scene that was kind of funny. It was disjointed. There's a fight on top of the Eiffel Tower. There's a scene that happens 17 minutes ago or something like that, and then what you have to know is that the part that happens after that is the part that you were shown at the start of the book, because then all of a sudden it says now, and it's still the fight scene on the Eiffel Tower, and it's funny. It doesn't flow exactly well unless you see the captions, which aren't in text boxes. They're kind of in like white on colored backgrounds with no real borders. That was my only quibble with it, but I mean, it's a production layout issue. Other than that, this was a fantastic book, very fun. Hopefully the TV show is as fun as this, because it'd be good to see Fox not cancel a TV show. Happens way too often. Secret 6, number 18, wraps up the Blackest Night tie-in. Ostrander and Simone writing, of course. Calafiore drawing. Great stuff. Okay? I always say that. Amanda Waller catches a bullet. Spoiler alert, Amanda Waller gets shot in this book. That was awesome. As much as I love Amanda Waller, she is the, like, queen bitch of the DC universe. That's what she does. That's just how she exists. And to see someone just shoot her was intensely fun. I love seeing her in stories. Her appearance in the Superman Batman Kryptonite story last year was so really cool. Great book. And I always say that, I know, and I got Blue to finally read it. I'm looking forward to seeing what he says about this. His video is, of course, already up. He beats me to it every time. But great book, Secret 6. Strange, number 4, by Mark Waid, wraps up. Interesting ending. I did not expect it to end this way. Kudos to Mark Waid for tricking me. The art, as I've probably talked about in the first 3, is more manga-esque, but still a very fun Doctor Strange story. Doctor Strange takes on a young apprentice, and there's some funky things going on with magic, and very well done. And this story kind of fits. It seems like Mark Waid covered a lot of different ground where he was in this 4-issue miniseries, you know, kind of starting and establishing Doctor Strange and doing some fun stuff there, and then doing another, you know, middle story, and then doing the pageant story. And now this one kind of is more like, here are these characters, they've gone through these 3 things, and they're also dealing with something that's actually affecting the rest of the Marvel Universe. And you see other magic users in the Marvel Universe in this book. This is how you write a miniseries. You don't set it somewhere where nobody's going to interact. You know, you make it feel like it's actually happening in the Marvel Universe. And it doesn't have to be topical. It doesn't have to have a dark reign or a siege banner or a screwed up cover with half of it showing whatever. It doesn't need that to be a good book. This had none of that, and it was a fantastic book. It just tied in. It fit somewhere in the Marvel Universe. You don't need to go, well, is this Doctor Doom on the Cabal, or is it after he's exited the Cabal? That's not important. It's just, it's so good. It's fun, and like I said, it's timeless. It fits in the Marvel Universe. It doesn't show anybody that's dead or anything. You know, you don't have to justify where this is time-wise to enjoy this book. So it's great. It's just, I've said enough good things about it. And lastly, S.W.O.R.D number 4, my love affair is almost over. Kieran Gillen continues to deliver a really fun ending, upping the stakes again against our heroes Brandon Beast and Death's Head, which he stuck around a lot longer than I expected him to, which is really fun. But good stuff. I can't wait to see how it ends next month. I'm not going to sell any more copies by talking about it, so it's just good stuff. You know how I feel about it. Thank y'all for watching. Sorry there wasn't more to talk about. I feel like this is kind of a short episode, but hey, there you go. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.